It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos, next on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. And off we go from Denver. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leo Chanel coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's pulled in at the 32. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Nix. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Leo Chanel able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Nix. This short throw caught by Goddard. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing Nix. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's taken on the 25. Fight. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. The Chiefs offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the... That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Mahomes going to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Bo Melton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0.
Butker at a kickoff 14 to City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So the Broncos coming out now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. To throw, here's Nix. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Nix to the air. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Leo Chanel. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 136 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
They'll run on 1st down. Atkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Atkins. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there, with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff, 14 to City.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Over the middle to Smith.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 15. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back up.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mack Wilson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it is 28-0.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. We are in for a good one as we're through one. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now it's Nix. Goes right back to Smith again.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Atkins, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On 1st down, Atkins gets past one man, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Up the middle they go. It's Atkins, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes this 35-0 now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown! A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Butker on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 5.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. Fielded at about the 28. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are pouring it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Denver's offense now set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Nix.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hawk 70. 60 Bison.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Chiefs.
Looking to throw. Nix. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Attack! Yellow!
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Operating from the gun, Nix. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A final shot before break. Nix. And his throw is incomplete. So we've come upon... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down. Atkins. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
15.
Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And that last throw is going to be a big one, folks. Something many of us didn't think we would ever see. It moves him past the 6,000-yard mark in passing for a single season as his remarkable campaign just continues to get better and better. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for second place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And, partner, he now just sits 1 behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go now. Ready.
In motion left goes Sutton. And they'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
128 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
First and goal, Kansas City.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. With now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
That's good.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Here's Nix. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's good.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Lutz good on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Atkins, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 154 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, Atkins, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Atkins. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. They'll set up a throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 19. They'll try the left side. Atkins. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. A dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run. Give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Butker now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And the Broncos first down.
To throw is Nix. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, here's Nix. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. This is taken at the 18.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards.
And the Chiefs extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Nix to the air.
Open man has got it, the tight end. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Nowhere to go here, he lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now it's Nix.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Atkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. So the record safely in his pocket. Now it's a question of how high can he go. He's just become the first ever, Charles, to score 30 times in a single season.
Well, let's certainly savor this moment. The first time ever, as you just noted, that someone has hit 30. What a ride this has been.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Leo Chanel in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Now 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go. Atkins.
And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 29.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Atkins.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Here's Nix once more.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll look to throw again. It's caught on the right side at Smith. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the fourth quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could have put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Mahomes will throw for it. That's caught. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost, But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.